So I'm going to go over how the kind of the workflow of getting, after you got a carrier packet done, you're getting your rate confirmation. I'm just going to show the automation that I've got set up for doing rate cons, getting the stuff added to a spreadsheet so that you can track it and you can make sure you're getting paid on your invoices and everything. It's not done yet. I've still got I still haven't automated the invoices. I've still got several other things to add into it. But this is kind of what my workflow looks like at the moment. So I signed the rate con. They've sent me the signed copy back. So at this point, this email is pinned, which in Gmail, that's a star. So my rate con extractor, it knows. So we check this box off. That's going to add the load. So there will be a new line under this last one, Road Hunter. So it's unchecked itself, so it's already done. All the information in this entire spreadsheet has already been sent. It's already been written to the Google servers, but it'll take about 6 minutes for it to show up on my spreadsheet. So since this is a new broker, I also come down to customers. I need to add them as a customer. All I do is I check this box, Claude add new customer, check that green box. It should do the same thing. It should uncheck itself in like three or 4 seconds. And it's unchecked, so it's already done. So what Claude is doing is this app script is looking through the most recent, it's actually looking in all of the pinned or starred emails to find this right here. And then it looks through and it gets any important information that's in that spreadsheet, and it adds everything to the spreadsheet automatically. So now all I have to do, instead of transferring all that, all I do is put the information in the notebook. And then of course I don't trust Claude. I double check it, but Claude has not gotten it wrong yet. Everything has been, even on multi-stop loads, and I haven't added the code to handle multi-stop loads, but it handled a load with five deliveries on it. And what it did is it just ignored the first 4 deliveries. It got the shipper information correct. It got the final delivery location correct, and it just ignored what it didn't know what to do with that other stuff, so it just ignored it. It's crazy. Okay, so now I've added everything I just handwrite stuff out in the notebook. I think that's what most people do. But now if I look back, by the time I get that written out, I've already got a new customers added, their street, the billing address, the invoice email address, an additional accounts payable email, and other phone numbers. So I didn't touch any of this. That was all just from Claude. Well, let me go back in here. So if we look at loads, there's actually a load added. So I make sure this matches up. There's a better chance of me making a mistake than Claude making a mistake, honestly. So it's got the city, pickup, delivery addresses, or pickup and delivery cities, pickup date, delivery date. Doesn't have the invoice date. I'll leave that. I do that manually. So yeah, it got everything. It even grabbed the customers. It's duplicated the billing stuff. I don't really need it to do all this. I like to have extra locations where invoice emails are saved. So another thing it does, okay, so it got a receiving phone number. It tries to find any alternate pickup. So if there's a pickup number, it'll try to get that. So it didn't find a pickup number. There's not a pickup number on this rate con, by the way. So it left it blank. So it put as an alternate pickup number, if there's a second number that could be used as a pickup number, it'll add that to the second column called alt pickup. and it added that. It added the load number because it's listed as an order number. If there was another pickup, sometimes there's a lot of numbers. You can see on these ones above it, it's got order IDs, alternate load IDs. It's got all kind of numbers it'll grab. So it'll grab up to 4 pickup numbers. So it'll grab the main one listed as a pickup number plus 3 alternate pickup numbers from a rate con. Plus it'll get shipping contact information, receiving contact information. It's really helpful. It saves a lot of time from having to look through everything. I mean, I still write everything down, but if I'm busy doing something else, then I can just come back. It's quicker for me to look at this spreadsheet rather than read through a rate con because they're all structured differently. You know, you might have to read through half of the page to try to figure out where the receiving contact info is. And that's another point. So I had the number written down wrong on my notebook. It had the correct number in here. So if you're transferring these things by hand and you're typing them in, well, you can make mistakes typing those in where the machine is probably not going to make. I mean, Claude, honestly, I don't think it's made any mistakes on these yet. Like it just, I mean, it's a computer, so it does what it's supposed to do until they stop doing what they're supposed to do. So that's not here yet. We're not to Skynet Terminator 2 just yet. It might be coming shortly though. So it really saves time, and I think there's less mistakes involved because if you're flipping back and forth between pages, or what I would do before I automated this is I would have 2 phones out. So I'd be taking information off of one screen and typing it into the other screen. And that's just, you're more prone to make mistakes doing that. So what I still have to do, or what I still haven't done yet, is I haven't got it to automate the invoice. But my invoices, I mean, they're all completely done, and it pulls from a drop-down list. So all I have to do is click 2 drop-down boxes and I select the customer, and then in the other drop-down box I select the load number off of a list. So that's really all I have to do for that. And then if there's multi-stops, I have to manually add the multi-stops in right now. So I'm gonna try to automate it to where it's just got me an invoice that's already ready to go. I'm also gonna add profitability tracking. So I'm gonna incorporate like a cost of operations spreadsheet that has all of my actual fixed cost and my operating cost. And then I'm gonna add another portion to it that actually tracks my current fuel cost. So instead of writing down my odometer mileage on a notebook, I used to track it. I'm just gonna have a shortcut created on my phone where I just tap that app, and then it's just got 2 fields for me to fill in my current odometer and the number of gallons that I purchased. And then I'll also have a checkbox for did not fill up. So if I did not fill up, then I don't want it to, it's meaningless because it needs to be on 2 fill-ups in a row. So what that shortcut's gonna do in the background is it's gonna automatically log my location and the distance. So it'll log the location, and then it's gonna calculate the distance between those 2 cities. And it's going to be an odometer verification, and it'll track miles per gallon. So if what I'm going to try to get it to do is if there's ever a difference of more than 10% in what my odometer readings were and what it calculates as the distance, then it's going to send me an email and just say greater than 10% difference in mileage. So I'll know to go and check that sheet and just see, like, is my odometer off? Because I've had the odometer on my dash right here is frozen up, or it's actually working right now, but it's frozen up for 40,000 miles, and then another time it's frozen for like 20,000 miles. So I don't rely on that odometer. I use the ECM odometer, but I still want to be able to verify the ECM odometer, and that's what my ELD works off of, is the ECM odometer. incorporate that in there, that information, you can calculate your cost of diesel per mile. And so if you know your cost of diesel per mile, then you add that in, you've got an actual true representation of your fuel cost on those loads. So then that can feed into your cost of operations, and then your cost of operations can feed into an overall profitability formula. So, I mean, having it incorporated into a spreadsheet that's always just automatically tracking that, I mean, you can look at it and see, okay, boom, 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 and then repairs, that's really the big question mark at that point. What kind of repairs we're doing. And I guess repairs could, I'm never going to try to put repairs onto an individual load or a group of loads. Repairs just go on your annual, you know. Like you group all your repairs and maintenance in together, and you look at that on a yearly basis. Let me know in the comments what y'all use. Do you think having Claude automate this stuff saves time? And once I get things built out, I may put a link to a shared version of this, but what I'm gonna do, once I've actually got a better working version of it,
stay in the right lane,
is I'll have the code done in like Google Colab. It's where you can share code.
Railroad crossing ahead.
So you can grab the copy off of Colab and just change it to, you can start with that code base and modify it however you want. And I might put up a GitHub repository with it, so you could, if you're into coding or even into just getting AI to code, you could make modifications and add to the original. But yeah, what I'll do right now is I'll just put a shared copy up. So if you're a new owner operator and you've never tracked any of this type of stuff before, I mean, just using the shared copy, I mean, it's at least a template for you to look at and just kind of see what information you might want to track at some point in the future. But anyways, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and y'all stay safe out there. I'll see you in the next video.